Good Monday morning to you. The time now is 9:59 a.m. You're listening to WDBX FM Carbondale. We hope you're starting off your work week right. I'm your host, Amy Fox, and the show is Talk of the Town. And I have Miss Jennifer Olson from the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce, as well as Aaron Christ from IPG, both in studio this morning, to tell us a little bit more about the City of Carbondale Employment Fair, quickly approaching next week. So thank you both for joining me in studio this morning.
Morning.
And
Good morning.
If you could tell me a little bit about how you guys came up with this idea to put on an employment fair.
Sure. So it's actually the city wanted to see what they could do to bring as many employers who had jobs open into one place, preferably on the bus route, because we want to remove any barriers that we can, right? And basically give a opportunity for the community to come and fill out as many job applications as they're interested in. But also, sometimes people don't know about some of our hidden gem businesses here. They kind of think of maybe 4 or 5 companies they hear a lot about. So we also, while opening the door to make it easy for our community members to find work, we also want to spotlight and showcase our businesses, especially those that might be off the beaten path. And so we reached out to Intertape Polymer Group, certainly a hidden gem sometimes in our area, and asked if they would help us. Like many of these projects, we are on low to no budget, and so they stepped up and were able to buy a nice over-the-road banner to help us communicate the upcoming event. And so that's why we wanted to have IPG in the studio this morning to talk about their business and sort of appreciate what they did to help us let people know about the event.
And if people are listening this morning and aren't familiar with your company, Aaron, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is interesting, and as Jennifer spoke to just a second ago, Intertape Polymer Group has been in the community since 1961. Most people know it as Tessa or Tuck Tape. IPG, Intertape Polymer Group, purchased the business in 1999, and we've actually been in the facility that we're in now north of town on McCoy Road since 1995, and most people, or many people in the community, have not heard of Intertape Polymer Group or are unfamiliar with us out there.
And why was this employment fair something that your company wanted to participate with?
Yeah, just like most employers in the area, and it's not just specific to Southern Illinois. It is hard at this point with the unemployment rate the way it is to find employees that are fit for our culture and a fit for IPG and what we're trying to get done. So anytime we get an opportunity to work with the City of Carbondale and Jennifer with things like this on employment, we certainly are in the forefront of trying to do that.
And what can people expect come next Wednesday, October the 9th?
So from Intertape's perspective, we will have a booth set up at the job fair. We'll have applications there on site, and our plan is to have quick interviews on site there, talk to potential employees, whether it's employees that will fit for us in the plant or leadership management type facilities on our leadership team.
And I know everyone has a busy schedule, so it's nice that it's kind of a one-stop shop so they can check out your particular business, but also check out some of the other opportunities here in the Carbondale and Southern Illinois community.
Yeah, it's we spoke last week, or I spoke with a group last week in Benton and sat on a panel, and like I said it's a common challenge for all of us, whether it's in manufacturing or other business, in recruiting and retaining good talent.
And Jennifer, this is the second time for the employment fair. You actually offered one back in April, and you're hoping to have more businesses involved this time around.
Right. So, like many things that we do at the chamber and in our work in the community, you hope that if you build it, they will come, right? But you never really know until you're there. And I believe the final count was well over 75 potential employees that walked through and did some application work. At that time, because we were just trying to get our feet wet and see what the need and demand was. I believe we were able to offer a little less than 50 opportunities for different businesses. And this time we have all the ballrooms at the Civic Center, so we can accommodate up to 70 employers. And we do have a couple spots left for employers who are in the search. And so, we built it. They did come. And one thing that we added this time around, so our businesses can set up at 8. It's been open last time from 9 to noon. This time we're extending it another hour, noon to 1. And our purpose for that is that the high school is busing some kids over. And so that's kind of a twofold thing. One, we do have some of our businesses that are willing to hire students, whether that's night, weekend, intern, extern. But also, just getting our young people exposed to the companies that are here. They think they have to leave town to get a good job, and it's just not the truth. I mean, Aaron's business is a prime example of a place that's not a job, it's a career path, and people can still, if they're willing to hustle and buckle down, they can still work their way up into some very good occupations.
And I think it's important to note that we're not talking all manufacturing companies being present or all clerical jobs or all healthcare. It's all across the board, really tailored to anyone's interests. So I think that's a really great thing, because so often you only have a very small taste of a community, but this is very well-rounded and plenty of opportunities for people to explore and to network while at the Carbondale Civic Center. So also, for IPG, what would be the biggest piece of advice for people who come out to the job fair next week? Important things that they need to do, bring with them?
Not just particular to IPG, but just to be prepared for the job fair itself. Certainly come prepared with a resume if you have it. Certainly some background information on yourself to be able to fill out an application. Because what we found the first time doing this at the last job fair, we did have lots of success with this. We spoke to lots of people, but once we left, we weren't really sure on how to go about the follow-up. So we spent a lot of time in making phone calls, reaching back out without having a lot of good background information on people as far as employment history and what their objectives are going forward. So just come prepared with information about yourself. If you have a resume, have that. And I would suggest to talk to as many people or employers as you possibly can, because there are lots of great jobs in Southern Illinois, and particularly in manufacturing. I've been saying this, that in my opinion there's been some generation gap loss here on the ability for someone to work in a manufacturing plant and be able to provide for their families and have a good career path forward. And it's great to hear that the high schools will be there, because we're starting to reach out to them ourselves to really try to close that gap and give people path and vision forward on a good career in manufacturing in Southern Illinois.
And this is just one of the many opportunities that IPG is working with the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce for workforce development, and that's something that continues to evolve and grow in the community.
Yeah, we've. I can't say enough about Jennifer and the Carbondale Chamber. They have really reached out and spent time with us to understand what our challenges are and what our opportunities are. And it's not just us. I'm sure it's the rest of the businesses in Carbondale. So we do continue to work at different partnerships, different alliances in the community. The Chamber's one. Mantracon's another one that we've really had a lot of success with. We're working with the community high school now on co-op programs and opportunities. We've partnered with the Saluki, so we're at most of the Saluki activities, again trying to get the IPG Intertape Polymer name out as far as an employer and an employer of choice in the community.
And Jennifer, I guess, why is workforce development so important to the local businesses here in Carbondale and beyond?
Sure. So I'm really an evolving person on this, because I've been around long enough to know the old school where economic development was have a shovel-ready site and the company will come. And then it kind of evolved into have people who are ready to go to work, and the companies will build their own building, which is where I think we really are. We have so many businesses whose growth is limited by access to good employees. You know, people who say, I could take on more work, I could add a line of business, I could expand my facility if we just had people to go to work. So where I sit now on economic development and workforce development is, instead of chasing companies to come here, let's do everything we can as a community to get people ready to go to work and into the workforce and connected with the existing companies and the existing opportunities. Because really, if we can bring workers to the jobs we have, that is going to be a much quicker return, because those families that are able to be successful are going to buy homes, they're going to buy groceries, they're going to buy cars, and they're going to put their kids in our schools. So it's just a different mindset. And, you know, when we talk about, well, what are the barriers to that? Unfortunately, I think sometimes Southern Illinois, we're our own worst enemy, and we're not as positive as we need to be. We're very woe is me, terrible, and leaving the state. We spread all this gossip against ourselves. I kind of liked at a recent event, the mayor of Marion said, you know, we need to start start evangelizing instead of eulogizing. And it seems like when we try to head off the naysayers, we're quick to talk about, well, I guess we should get on social media and try to stop the trolls, and we should do this. But when I talk to people, and manufacturing is a great example, unfortunately, what we need to do is start at home and within our own social circles. It's probably a losing battle to waste time on trolls, because trolls are trolls, right? What we should do is, when we talk to manufacturing and other companies, they say their number one impediment to getting young people involved is moms. I'm a mom. I'm probably guilty as anybody of not being as positive at the kitchen table or at the barbecue or in my own social network about the jobs that we have here. So if we can start changing the way people think at home and in our community, person by person, face to face, with real examples, I think that's going to be a better use of our time than battling people who don't want to be, you know, corrected.
Lots of good thoughts in that statement. And you've had a number of different organizations who have really come together to put on this great event. And I think that's wonderful to see so many community partners who maybe don't work together every day come together for this single event. So we have the City of Carbondale, Carbondale Main Street, Mantricon, the Illinois Department of Employment Security, and the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce. So lots of different entities coming together to make this event possible. Anything else that people need to come prepared with, anything they need to be aware of heading into October 9th next week?
I just want to see if Aaron has anything else that we didn't get looped in with the line of questions that we have that you feel are a priority to talk about.
I think that just come prepared for lots of conversations, come prepared to talk to all of the potential employers there. Again, we're all in the same situation. We're all looking for good people. Again, what fits IPG's culture might not fit somewhere else. So it's important for people to talk to as many employers as possible.
And once again, it's going to be going on from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you are looking for a different job, you can come during your lunch hour if you're wanting to come before you go to work. Student looking to get into the workforce, there's plenty of times that hopefully will work for you. It's open house format, so you don't have to be there for the whole time. You can come and go as you please. And last time I remember people were lined up right at 8 o'clock, some earlier than that, just wanting to get in and out really early. So
I would just say, that IDES and Mantricon, they bring some things to the table as far as helping people get ready to go to work, whether that's training them up or even helping develop resumes and things like that. IDES has a special heart for working with veterans and getting them in the workforce. So there's so many good partners, whether it's underwriting the overhead banner like IPG, or, First Southern is going to provide a hospitality suite for our businesses, because it's kind of a long morning for them, and we can get them some coffee and stuff. That'll be really nice. So it does take a village to help the village. So we just can't say enough about our wonderful partners who've stepped up and either are trying to bring the community to the event, make sure they don't have any barriers, and also trying to get our businesses there represented, so that people really know what our community has to offer and how many, I can't say, everyone has jobs open right now, how many opportunities are here.
And I know earlier on in the interview you said there are still some opportunities for businesses to get involved, have a booth set up at the event. Who's the best person to contact for that?
If they reach out to the Chamber of Commerce, we can get them a registration form. We're in the old depot across from the City Hall, or Civic Center, as we call it, and we're at 549-2146 or carbondale.chamber.com.
Anything else either one of you would like to mention, maybe I forgot to ask you?
I'd like to mention, I'm sure people are listening at the plant, so I work with some of the best teammates and have what I would say the best culture and working group in Southern Illinois. So we'd like to showcase that. And again, we're at 2200 North McCrory Road and have a webpage at itape.com. So again, I can't thank the group of people and the team that I have there at the plant for all the success that we continue to have.
Great. Lots of good information. We have Aaron Christ with IPG and Jennifer Olson with the Carbondale Chamber of Commerce. Once again, the City of Carbondale Employment Fair is going on Wednesday, October 9th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Carbondale Civic Center. You don't want to miss it. We're going to take a short break, get you some announcements, and we'll be right back.
Good morning. This is Alicia with the City of Carbondale, here to bring you this week's calendar of events. On Thursday, October 3rd, 2019, beginning at 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., it's Meet the Mayor. Chat with the Mayor and City Manager at Common Grounds. For more information, please call 618-549-5302. And also on Thursday, October 3rd, 2019, beginning at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., it's the second week of Carbondale Citizens Academy. This academy is where citizens are able to learn more about city government, meet city officials, and get an inside look at city buildings and facilities. For more information, please call 618-457-3229. And on Saturday, beginning at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., Green Earth and Keep Carbondale Beautiful have teamed up to sell trees and plants. Keep Carbondale Beautiful is selling native trees and shrubs, and Green Earth is selling dozens of other native perennials, including grasses and ferns. All plants are grown in the area by Southern Wood Gardens, Forest Kneeling Nursery, and Tabor Nursery. Experts will be on hand to advise shoppers on best practices for planting and maintenance. For more information, please call 618-525-5525. Also on Saturday, October 5th, 2019, the Carbondale Fire Department will host an open house beginning at 10 a.m. to noon. The Fire Station 2 is located at 401 North Glenview Drive. This is an opportunity for the community to tour the fire station, meet firefighters, learn more about department services, and ask questions. There will also be activities for kids, including a special appearance by the fire department's mascot, Sparky. The open house will kick off National Fire Prevention Week, October 6th through the 12th. For more information, please call 618-457-3234. For information on these events and others, please visit our websites at WDBX.org or explorecarbondale.com, or you can reach us by phone at 618-457-3228. Thank you and have a great week.
Good Monday morning to you. The time now is 10:18 a.m. You're listening to WDBX FM Carbondale. I'm your host, Amy Fox, and the show is Talk of the Town. I have several ladies in studio this morning. I have Lori, Christy, and Edrica, all talking about family vacation night that's quickly approaching next Monday. So everyone going to listen up. Hopefully mark your calendars, too. You guys have some really fun things going on at Evergreen Park.
We do. Thanks, Amy. We are part of the Positive Youth Development Coalition through Jackson County, and we are having a Halloween safety night. We're going to have a costume contest. We're going to have popcorn, nice cold water. We're going to have Halloween safety items like glow sticks and necklaces for the kiddos.
And how did you guys come up with the idea for family vacation nights? I know this isn't your first one.
So the Positive Youth Development Coalition, they actually sponsor these every month, and it's usually the first Monday of the month, and they have a theme, and they pick for the month, and they go out and help and support the community.
And for the Positive Youth Development Coalition, who sits on this committee, or who sits on this board?
We actually have several different members of the community that sit on this board. So we have representatives from Illini Care, a couple of the different health agencies in the community, and then Centerstone sits in on that as well, which is the agency that we are with. And so basically anybody is welcome that is a part of the community that is interested in basically just creating positivity for our youth in this area.
Right. And how long have you guys been a committee or been a board?
Well, in some form, we've been for several years.
Okay.
Myself, I've been a member for probably the last few months.
And really, what is the overarching goal or intent of this group?
The goal is to basically create a safe environment for children to come out into the community and have fun, show positivity. We meet out in the community. We try to do events that the children from all ages can come and enjoy, things that they will find to be fun, that's free of alcohol, drugs, anything that might be possibly negative to them, so they can come out and have a good time.
And I know you guys had one for back to school, which you guys had a huge crowd for that.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing turnout, and all the volunteers that helped, it was great. It was great.
And really, what are you hoping the reaction is come next Monday at Evergreen Park?
We hope that we can get out as many families and children from Jackson County and the surrounding areas. We just want to promote Halloween safety, and we want to give the kids a really good time.
And I have to ask, can kids come in costumes? Can families come in costumes if they so desire?
Absolutely. We're actually having a costume contest, and there will be prizes awarded, and we are looking for amazing costumes. Families, we love the costumes that go together too.
And it's going on from 4 to 6 p.m. at Evergreen Park, so people can come when they get off work, when they get out of school, stay the whole time, or come for just a little bit.
Absolutely. We will be there, so they are welcome to come the entire time, or even if they just have 10 minutes, stop on by.
And, there's no cost to this event, so I think that that's one big thing to really hit home. I know, especially if you have multiple kids, things can really start to add up, and this is free entertainment for hopefully kids of all ages.
Kids of all ages, all free. We have a wonderful community volunteers that donate their time and items, and we do it for the kids, so we understand the cost is a big factor in today's society, so...
And, is this your last event for 2019, or will you still have more events coming in November and December?
There are still more events coming. I know in November they're looking to do some sort of hayride. And, just keep on the lookout for more information.
And I guess what makes it so rewarding to all of you to put on events like this one?
I love to see all the different community members that come out, all the kids. I've actually got to see a lot of kids I work with in the community, and their families and the smiles on their faces really make it worth it.
I agree. I think that the more activities that we can come up with, that the children can come out for free and have a good time. For this event specifically, we're going to be doing some face painting. We're hoping to have some inflatables. We will have the contest for costumes, as Lori mentioned. So there will be a lot of fun things that we'll be up to.
Great. And if people have questions, would like additional information, where can they go?
They can actually find more information under Family Vacation Night on Facebook. They try to keep that as up-to-date as possible.
And I love the name Family Vacation Night because, schedules are busy. A lot of times people can't literally go out of town. So I think this is a fun way to hopefully bring families together. I sound really old school when I say this, but not very many families sit around a table and eat dinner together. So maybe they can come to an event as a family.
Right, and that's our goal, is to promote families. However many family members you have, you bring them on out, and you guys can have some fun time together, and it's all free.
And why is an event like this so important, not only to Carbondale, but Southern Illinois as a whole?
When you're showcasing, we like to have vendors from around the area. We like to showcase different businesses that support the community, and we really like to create that togetherness that the community has. And it's important for people to come out. They get to have fun at the park. Maybe they can come out again and have a great time.
And it's great, too. It's on a Monday night. Typically, Mondays aren't as busy as maybe a Thursday or Friday night. And it's a good, positive way to get the week started off on the right foot as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And is there anything else you would like to mention? Maybe I forgot to ask you about this organization, about the event next Monday.
We have meetings every month at the Carbondale Life Center.
Okay.
And like Christy said, anyone is welcome to come out. They can catch more information on the website.
Great. Anything else?
One of the other things that I did want to point out is that you don't have to live in Jackson County to come attend this event. Yeah. So any of the counties that surround us, if you're able to come out and you want to just come out and have fun, absolutely, just come on down. We're not going to turn anybody away.
Great.
The more the merrier. Come on out.
Absolutely. And is there anything else that maybe I forgot to ask you, anything that's important for people to know heading into next Monday's events?
They don't have to come in a costume. They can come as they are, and everyone is welcome.
Great. Lots of good information. Thank you, ladies, for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
And once again, we're talking about Family Vacation Night at Evergreen Park, happening next Monday, October 7th from 4 to 6 p.m. You don't want to miss it, so mark your calendars. And that does it for me this morning. I hope you have a great week, and I'll be back next Monday.